I mean, we should point out, too, that Joe Biden is also adhering to CDC guidelines to the degree we still have them. And on that topic, I want to bring everyone's attention to some new reporting in the New York Times. Time's out with a blockbuster report this afternoon about disturbing comments made by the top communications individual at the Department of Health and Human Services. The Times reports that a man named Michael Caputo said in a live video streamed on his personal Facebook page that the Centers for Disease Control, the CDC, was harboring a, quote, resistance unit determined to undermine President Trump. And this individual claims without evidence that, quote, they haven't gotten out of their sweatpants except for meetings at coffee shops to plot how they're going to attack Donald Trump next. There are scientists who work for this government who do not want America to get well, not until after Joe Biden is president. Caputo also predicted that there could be violence after the election, saying, quote, when Donald Trump refuses to stand down at the inauguration, the shooting will begin. The drills that you've seen are nothing. If you carry guns, buy ammunition, ladies and gentlemen, because it's going to be hard to get. Those comments from that individual, the most senior communications official at HHS, follow a Politico report late Friday that detailed his team's interference with the CDC's official reports on the pandemic and other disease outbreaks, outlining how Caputo, who does not have any medical or scientific background, and a top aide routinely demanded that the CDC revise, delay, or stop publication of morbidity and mortality weekly reports, which they believed undercut the president's message that the pandemic is, totally under control. Politico is reporting today that House Democrats are launching an investigation into the allegations in that report. This is worth spending some time on. Let me start with you, Dr. Gupta, about the comments about the CDC and what to me is one of the most alarming things, and we'll get into the stock up on your guns and ammunition in a second, but the doctoring of the morbidity and mortality reports, what does that signal to you?
Nicole, this should be denounced in the strongest of terms. The MMWR, the morbidity and mortality reports published by the CDC, that is dogma. In most cases for decades, docs like myself, my colleagues in public health, we look to that for guidance, for early signals on an epidemic that might turn into a pandemic. That's vital information. I can cite maybe 20 instances where those reports are critical to saving American lives. So the fact that Michael Caputo, Peter Navarro, you name it, in this administration, Scott Atlas, a neuroradiologist, are the spokespeople for this administration. The fact that the FDA commissioner, the CDC director, the Surgeon General are enabling those individuals to have the mic, that says a lot. They should be resigning, number one. Number two, these individuals should have nothing to do with the MMWR reports. These should be dogma science-based because the rest of us rely on it. And if these were given the platform they deserve, we would have known as the public that maybe the virus coming out of China, COVID-19, was airborne in early February, and we could have prepared accordingly. That is the big problem here. We didn't have that transparency. We couldn't prepare.
Phil Rucker, I'm tempted to ask how someone like this could still have a job. If there was anyone in the Bush administration or the Obama administration or the Clinton administration who'd said these things on a personal Facebook page, or I guess in those days, a website or wherever you share personal views, they would be gone. The White House chief of staff would have called over to the department and they would be gone and fired. Is there anyone left who cares?
Well, we'll have to see. I am too surprised that Caputo has not been fired for those remarks because they're simply breathtaking. But perhaps that could happen in the next couple of days. I don't know. One thing that sticks with me, though, is he is speaking to a pattern, a mindset that we've seen from Donald Trump himself, from the president the last few years. There are so many echoes in what Caputo was saying about his false conspiracies within the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention that pair with the way Trump would talk about what he called the deep state, the conspiracies that he would harbor about the national security community, the intelligence community in this country, the way he would talk privately, according to our reporting, about the individuals in those departments. Very similar mindset here. And, we'll see it. So it might just be that the president sees Caputo as an ally and wants him still in this government. This is somebody, Caputo is, who worked on the president's 2016 campaign. He ran communications for a period under Paul Manafort when Manafort was the campaign chairman in the 2016 year.
Hey there, I'm Chris Hayes from MSNBC. Thanks for watching MSNBC on YouTube. If you want to keep up to date with the videos we're putting out, you can click subscribe just below me or click over on this list to see lots of other great videos.